Okay, so my voice is a little bit lower. I will try to boost this up with the magic of video editing software. It is currently 2:14 in the morning. Sorry, 2:41 in the morning. And apparently I can't even read time. That's how tired I am. But this needs to be put out. I was trying to fix The Sims all this week and just nothing. So we might be doing Sims Mobile for a little bit as I can record on my phone. So yeah, that's not this video. This video is my top 14 Disney movies, at least when I was growing up. And some of them are modern today's hits, or at least early 2000s. But most of them I love, and most of them are below mid 2000s, if not all of them. Anyways, this is also very weird because I'm doing video and I'm also doing audio in two different spots. So yeah, I'm completely doing something new and hope that it doesn't bomb. And I hope you guys like it. Anyways, number 14. Camp Rock. Camp Rock is actually one of my favorite movies. I loved the first one, but I love this second one better. I like the dynamic of the two camps competing, and I love just the fact that there's a hurdle that they have to get over, and I love that it is the possible camp shutting down. Without spoiling anything, basically they find out a new camp opened up again across the lake, and they have to basically try to find a way to save the camp. Yeah, I can't give too much away. I think it's on Disney Plus. Most of these actually probably will be on Disney Plus. So if you guys are interested in any of these, look for them on services. Probably Disney Plus. They'll have it. Camp Rock 2, Final Jam. I also like this because I'm a big fan of Big Brother Canada, and my girl, Arissa Cox, guest stars as a judge and a host, ironically, in this competition show. And yeah, I love her, and I think that the role of her having an executive producer's job is great. I'm getting way off track, but this is a good movie without giving too much away. It's starring Demi Lovato and the Jonas Brothers. I would suggest maybe checking it out. Number 13. Freaky Friday, Lindsay Lohan. Oh my god, I forgot her name. She's a legend. Who plays in Freaky Friday? How did I forget that name? Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis. I think, I could be mistaken, but I think Chad Montgomery actually does. No, he does. He has a role as Anna's possible love interest. I say possible, but just because there's just so much that goes around. And he sings a very classic song, Baby One More Time by Britney Spears, and it's actually the version that Bowling for Soup sang, and I did not know that Bowling for Soup did a cover of that song until I watched that movie, and I tried to figure out who was singing that. The premise of this movie is basically that the mother and daughter have a fight. They go to a Chinese restaurant, they get a fortune cookie, and the fortune cookie, as soon as they read the message, they switch bodies, and they have to basically see the love for each other in each other's eyes, live the life, and hopefully fix the mistakes and the divide that they were creating for themselves. It is a fantastic movie. There's a modern spin-off that it's a musical, and very scared to watch that. But there's also a either 90s or 80s classic that this is based off of. I don't know exactly when that was. I've never seen it, but I'm more likely to see that than the musical. Just saying. Fantastic movie. Definitely recommend it. One of my all-time favorites. It was hard to find a place, and I hate that it's so far up on this list, but there's a lot more things on this list that I loved and that I do love and I have a personal connection with. Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen with, again, Lindsay Lohan. Surprisingly, Disney, way back when, had a huge Lindsay Lohan presence. When she stopped making movies from Disney, I believe that's when she just went away and had her issues. But this is a very good movie. I recently watched it for the first time in a while, last year, when Disney Plus came in the picture, because it was hard to find. I wanted to watch it earlier, but it was literally just hard to find. I totally forgot that Megan Fox is also in this movie. Young Megan Fox. And yeah, it's a cool, lighthearted movie with a girl and her big dreams of trying to make it in this world. Yeah, it's a good mindless movie for mindless time. So if you need something just to have mindless entertainment and not too much thinking, that is your movie. Again, I wish that this was further down on the list because I do absolutely love the series, but it is up on this list because although I love the TV series, this is a standalone movie, and I wish that it could maybe integrate a little bit better with the TV show, or it could have, because, well, it's done now, but it could have integrated better with the TV show, and I think that would have made it lower on this list. Unfortunately, that was not the case, so here we are at number 11. It is a phenomenal movie. Basically, Miley Cyrus, which stars in this movie as Miley Stewart, just takes advantage and has her double life get to her head, and she kind of loses herself. So instead of going to a premiere, they go to Crowley Corners, and it's a journey of just finding your roots and being true to them, no matter how big or small you are. Never forget where you come from. That's kind of the message of this movie, and just be proud of who you are. Be proud of the progress you've made, but also where you come from. Without saying too much about this movie, because it is kind of different than, like, it's a different kind of atmosphere than than the TV shows, because they do go back to Tennessee, and most of the movies in Tennessee. But anyways, watch it. Taylor Swift is also in there as a cameo. Great movie. Debbie Reynolds, may you rest in peace. At number 10 is my all-time favorite Halloween movie. Soon these will be playing on my Disney Plus almost every night because I do love Halloween movies. Hocus Pocus is not on this list, but it's another Halloween movie that's Disney that I absolutely love. Halloween Town, it's on this list because, well, it's my childhood, and this was actually my first introductions to Disney rom-coms, or Disney coms, or Disney movies. Disney original movies. I don't know what they are called, because this is not quite a rom-com, but it's a Disney Channel original movie. I don't know what they shortened it to nowadays. Anyways, that's great. Fantastic movie. If I try to explain it, I will probably give away too much, just because I am very passionate about this movie, and I won't and I will want to spoil things. So this is on Disney Plus. Go watch it if you guys want to. It's a Halloween fun-hearted movie, and yeah, it's one of the good ones. There's 4 of them. Marnie, which is the sister in between the 2 kids, she gets switched out for the 4th movie. Don't mind that, but it's a great trilogy overall. Again, unfortunately, Debbie Reynolds passed away a few years back. May you rest in peace, and you will be missed. Oh my god, I cried so much. Number 9. Bridge to Terabithia. It's a mythical movie that I did not know it was Disney for the longest time until I actually looked it up, and it was Disney, surprisingly. It is one of my favorite movies of all time. I will watch it anytime, and for sure my eyes will start to water, as it is a very touching story, but also has its moments that just touch you in your feels. There are many theories with this movie. That's not what this list is, but as soon as you watch it, if you haven't watched it, if you have watched it and you do know the theories, or if you don't know the theories, look them up. There's plenty of them. Conspiracy theories or just theories in general. There's plenty of them for this movie. But yeah, it's a fantastic movie just about friendship and the power of friendship and the power of your imagination. And if you believe something so hard enough, it might actually come true. It's a very good movie. So underrated. I love the TV show series on Disney Channel. That's also on Disney Plus. I absolutely love it. This movie is at number 8. It is Recess School's Out. Back in 2001, it was a fantastic movie about the recess gang, and when new outsiders come in and try to take away their summer, which as a kid, I couldn't imagine my summer being taken away. It was my time to just be a kid. They had to defend their school and do everything in their power to just make sure that their summer was never touched. It is a very good movie, and actually one of my favorites. Okay, this movie is going to be very controversial because the ride is good at Disneyland, apparently. I've seen videos of it, but I've never been on the ride. But just, there's a huge cult following for the ride itself. This movie, however, a lot of people hate, which I don't understand. I haven't seen this in a while, but it's one of my favorites. I love Eddie Murphy. He is hilarious. And I loved the head in the crystal ball, and overall, I remember nothing but good things of this movie. And this Halloween, it will be played, because I haven't seen it in a while, but I've been itching, and again, I haven't found it anywhere to try to watch it again. But nothing but good things. I'll give you an update on this list if I watch any of them, and I'm like, what the hell did I see in this? But just nothing but good things I remember. And everybody hates it. Tisk, tisk, tisk. High School Musical. You all knew that this was coming onto the list at some point. A High School Musical movie. I'm a millennial. It was gonna happen. Come on here. It was gonna happen. High School Musical was very, very popular, and this was just gonna happen, unfortunately. High School Musical 2 is actually my favorite. I used to have the soundtrack, and I used to listen to it over and over and over again. My love life has always been tragic. I am 26 years old, it hasn't changed. So Gotta Go My Own Way is still my life song, unfortunately. But like, I don't know, I heard that song and it hit me like a ton of bricks. Maybe it was just the way that Gabriella sang it, but who knows? And honestly, the I Don't Dance number and Lucas or Ryan and Chad switching clothes and people saying that's not anything to do with sexuality? Come on. Come on. Come on. He even came out with the actor confirming that Ryan was gay. Come on. Come on, guys. He was hinting. Just come on. They all danced at the end. Let's face it. 1989. At number 5 is The Little Mermaid. It is actually one of my favorite movies. I recently found out, well, not recently, but like a few years back, and I will make a video on this if you guys want, but queerbaiting was a huge thing with Disney, and Ursula is actually based off of a a drag queen named Divine. Let's go see Divine, and yeah, just, it's the first time that I've ever felt an LGBT reference in my childhood, because these are pretty hidden other than Timon and Pumbaa, because let's be honest here. But more on that later, because it's on this list. Not telling when. But yeah. Fantastic. I do remember nothing but good things. I love Sebastian. Flounder was a goofball, and I remember him. I'm not going to bother doing the what is this movie about, because if you haven't seen it, have you been living under a rock? I need to ask that question. And it's on Disney Plus, so go and watch it if you haven't seen it. But seriously, if you haven't seen it, I'm concerned. Because it's so popular that there's a live action remake coming out soon. Starring this girl, Halle Berry. Like, seriously? With the coronavirus and all of its delays, it might be coming out 2021, but that's kind of in question. I think it's going to be more like 2022. But that's coming out soon. Look out for it, and seriously, go watch it if you haven't watched it. Come on here. Hilary Duff the movie. Lizzie McGuire the movie. That's totally staying in there because, oh my god. We're having issues here, but we'll get through this. Starring Hilary Duff, and it was one of my favorite movies. It's kind of iffy because, well, Hilary Duff is like 18. No, I don't think. Wait, did she graduate? Yeah, I think she graduated. But I don't know Lizzie McGuire's age in this movie. So there's a lot of like, oh, Paolo and Lizzie McGuire's relationship was bad, and how like terrible that was, without getting into too much information about this movie. Phenomenal on Disney Plus. Go watch it. But a fun story about this. I was going to watch this movie in the theaters, and this was back in like when this launched, 2013. Theaters do not use these anymore, but it was like the reel tape, and there was something that went wrong with the reel tape because they were switching over to digital at that point. But there was something wrong with the tape that they had to actually give us our money back and all of that jazz. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. Yeah, since then I've never had that happen, because everything's all digital and that just does not happen anymore. But yeah, that was pretty interesting. Holy hell. You would swear it's a racetrack outside my house. The year 2000, I was going to to 2000 and something, but no, 2000. Emperor's New Groove, Yzma, the girl that plays her, I believe is also dead. The woman that plays her is also dead. Oh, if they ever do a live action version of this, which I hope that they do, even though that she's dead, I think that would actually be kind of fun to do a live action version of The Emperor's New Groove. It's kind of on my bucket list stuff. Please do. She won't be able to attend. It would be interesting. Not that the voice actors do at all like the live action movies. Fun movie, so underrated. If you haven't seen this one, which majority of you guys probably haven't, unless you are a die-hard Disney fan, it's a very cult following. I think with Disney Plus, it's getting more exposure, but for the longest time, it just hasn't been there, and it's just, I kind of feel bad for it. It's a good movie. Crunk's New Groove is a spin-off, and it is one of my favorites as well. Yeah, just Crunk makes the movie. So does Pacha and the Emperor and Yzma. They all make the movie, but like Crunk, come on here. Crunk and his spinach puffs, and it's Devil and Angel. Watch it, you'll get it. Emperor's New School. That is actually a very good TV show as well. It completely takes it out of the Emperor's like palace and just puts him into high school. It's a pretty interesting concept, but it's also worth checking out. Mulan. I absolutely love Mulan. My favorite Disney princess is Mulan. I absolutely love this movie. I love the cricket. I love the grandmother, especially when at the... Oh, I can't even say that because if you haven't seen that, which if you haven't seen it, come on. But I do love the grandma's response to, well, when she says, "Would you like to stay forever?" The best thing ever. And when Mushu, which is the dragon, does the dragon, I don't do that tongue thing. It's just great. Also, one of the things that cracks me up was when Mushu basically says, and all because Miss Man wanted to take her drag show on the road. Which, I mean, he's not wrong. Mulan does basically do drag and becomes a man. Not for an art purpose like other drag queens, but like to save to save her father, and for all different reasons. But it's just one of those phenomenal movies that I don't know, Reflection hit me so hard. It's kind of one of my gay awakening movies. No pun intended. It literally was. It made me question everything after I watched it for the first time. It's available as of right now because it's $3.08. Welcome Mulan to the Disney family on Disney Plus. With this, it's a premium access. It does cost money for Canadian peoples. On top of your Disney prescription or subscription, not prescription, it's $34.99. For others, it's all different prices around the world, but they basically still equal the same thing. It will be available to everybody December 4th for free on Disney Plus. Watch out for it. Phenomenal. If you guys don't want to pay it, feel comfortable waiting, wait for it. Great movie. Honorable mentions. Sky High, great movie. Some people might disagree. I think it's one of the greatest movies that I've seen in a while, coming from Disney. It's good-hearted. If you watch Disney Channel movies, it's good-hearted. Just, it's not a Disney Channel movie. It is a Disney movie. It's a good Disney, good-hearted, good light-hearted Disney movie. Phenomenal. Watch it. Lion King. It's not placed, but it's a good movie. I love Timon and Pumbaa. I love Pumbaa more, but Timon and Pumbaa is a great combo, and they are phenomenal. Atlantis, very underrated, definitely worth a mention. It would make my list if the list was a little bit longer, but it is a phenomenal movie. I do love this movie. It's so underrated, and so many people don't know about it. Very good movie. Brother Bear, fantastic movie again. It's one of my favorites that actually showcase a little bit about Aboriginal heritage and just in the spirits and how they tie into culture, and it's very good. The mooses, I love them. They are phenomenal. They're freaking funny as hell. But good movie overall. Definitely recommend. Tarzan actually is the first movie I've ever seen in theaters back in 1999 actually. Yeah, it was the first movie I've ever seen in theaters. Great movie. Love the soundtrack. Love the song You'll Be in My Heart. Just a very good touching, heartwarming movie. Before we get into the number one pick, please like, subscribe, and all of that good stuff. And let's just get right into the number one pick. Phenomenal. I love Lilo and Stitch. It is one of my favorite movies. I love Stitch with a passion. I have Stitch everything. I have Stitch printout on my door. I have Stitch slippers. I have Stitch hat. I have literally Stitch stuffy. I have so much things that are Stitch. I'm actually looking around my room to try to find things that are Stitch because things are kind of hidden. But I love Stitch with like everything. I'm pretty sure you've seen this movie. Fun fact, there's a plane that enters the movie or the town and scrapes against the buildings. It was more of a plane shape, but because of the significance of 9/11 in 2002, it was actually changed to be more of a spaceship. Great movie. Pretty sure you've seen it, so you already know what it is. An alien 626 takes refuge on Earth. Crazy shenanigans on the way to being recognized as a refugee on this Earth in Hawaii. Fantastic. This is a Disney character. Like, this is Stitch in Disneyland. I don't know where. It's in one of the parks, but it's like the actor that plays Stitch. I want to meet him because apparently they are phenomenal and they will actually act like Stitch. I've seen videos where he will tear up packages and just like gifts that people give him that's wrapped and just toss it on the floor and just... He's a very destructor and I love it, and that's exactly how he is in the movies, and it just makes me really, really want to go see him. However, we're not talking about the Disneyland Stitch. We're talking about the live action movie that's coming soon. There is absolutely, it's so far into development, it's not even funny. So like not in development, it's not even funny, that there isn't anything to go off of. Great movie, fantastic movie, live action. it's a fantastic cartoon movie, live action. I have mixed thoughts. But if they can still make Stitch cute and not creepy, then I'm all for it. Because I love that little guy, and he deserves to be cute and fluffy. But that's what's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.